Hey, it is Sue Rogers here at Sue Rogers Unedited. Let's talk about sugar poisoning season. It is upon us, friends, also known as the holiday season. But let's think about it. We have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, straight into, there's a little bit of time, but basically straight into Valentine's Day and then Easter. What do all those things have in common? All of those things involve sugar, celebration slash indulgence, less sunshine because the sun is just out less hours of the day, which means lower levels of vitamin D being absorbed into the body. What do you think happens to the body with those things combined? And yes, there are other factors in there, being indoors in close spaces and probably not so fresh air in the middle of winter time also. But what weakens the immune system? Sugar is a massive one. If you don't know how bad it weakens the immune system, it is also what feeds cancer and chronic conditions. If you have not learned about the Gerson therapy yet, the Gerson therapy is a way to treat or cure cancer without chemo and radiation, and it involves the complete elimination of sugar so that you're basically starving the cancer cells to death. Sugar weakens the immune system. It is what fuels the fire for any disease or chronic conditions going on in the body. No sunshine, less time spent outdoors, lack of vitamin D. And vitamin D, I don't know if you guys remember hearing how important vitamin D was during the Rona and how people who did the worst had lower levels of vitamin D. Because what else are we told? We're told to wear sunscreen, which blocks the body's absorption of vitamin D. And we're told to avoid the sun, which means you're not getting any vitamin D. And supplementing with vitamin D is not the same as how your body uses the sun's effects for the vitamin D that our body uses the best. Look into any of these topics more specifically on your own. There is so much research out there that I can't explain it all in this short amount of time. Remember, I am just your guide to give you some information so that it makes you question and wonder and you go look up things for yourself. Or you just trust me because I've spent so many hours looking up all of this information that you're just ready to go on how to keep your body immune system functioning at its best. So there's still nice daylight outside where I'm at right now. You can kind of see it behind me over there in the window. Vitamin D. And you guys, it is perfectly safe to be in the sunshine without sunscreen for like 15, 20 minutes. That's actually optimal time, really, and a good enough amount of time for your body to get the effects of absorbing those beautiful rays from the sunshine. I really don't ever wear sunscreen anymore, you guys. And it's not something that like I'm not recommending anything. I'm not a doctor. I am just sharing what I have learned from my own experience, and that eliminating seed oils from the body also helps to lower your body's susceptibility to getting burnt, sunburns. Another fascinating topic that I hadn't even correlated was happening until I read about it. And I thought, no wonder I hardly ever burn anymore, as not realizing the connection with not having seed oils. The only time seed oil, there are none in my house, unless there happens to be like organic sunflower oil in a product that I've bought, but I'm not intentionally buying canola oil or vegetable oil, and I'm not cooking with any of it. If I cook with anything, it's extra virgin olive oil or ghee or just water, depending on what it is that I'm cooking. And then restaurants. That's the real bummer, you guys, is so many restaurants use nothing but canola oil because it's been marketed to them as being super cheap. And when you're trying to cut costs for the consumer so that you can have a reasonable price point for your customers to come in and eat your food, then you use those things. But I'm really hoping that a push is happening. I believe actually there is something in California just recently where they're trying to eliminate one of the nasty oils from products, and hopefully that also means from restaurants and cooking. Hopefully. As much of a shit show as this state is, they actually just passed some laws banning some toxic ingredients from food that no one else in the US has done yet. Gives me a little bit, every once in a while, there's a little glimmer of hope here from shitty California that enough people are saying, hey, no, that's not what we want. We want to do this. So, sugar poisoning season. It is now. It is happening. Also, why I do Silver October, because alcohol weakens your immune system. Alcohol, sugar, white flour, and extra carbs. Like, you guys, honestly, unless your carbs are from fruit or they're naturally in like fruits and vegetables, which there are natural occurring carbohydrates in fruits and vegetables, that's really all your body needs. Now, I used to be a huge advocate for our body does burn carbs as a first source of energy. That is true. But the excessive amount of carbs, carbohydrates that we consume is insane. Insane. Like, I used to monitor this stuff on my own before, and I thought carbs were more important before, but after seeing what they do to a type 1's blood sugar immediately after consuming them, it really has changed my mind completely. Not completely low carb, like I said, fruit. And fruit has tons of antioxidants in it, which are good for the body. But there's also some natural levels of carbs from like the fructose, the natural occurring sugar that's in fruit. But fruit and a piece of candy are not the same thing. Okay? If you're gonna eat a bowl full of blueberries, awesome, you are doing something phenomenal for your body. If you're gonna eat a bowl full of peanut M&Ms, poison. Yeah. And I'm not judging because guess what's in my house right now? And I had some the other day, but I had like 3 peanut M&Ms. But they're poison, and I know they're poison, and I ate them, and it's bad. But I know. Like I said, I'm talking to you guys also as a human being who makes choices and tries to balance out those choices, the good and the bad. More good to cancel out any occasional junk that creeps in. But you guys, I grew up eating garbage. It was the 80s. It was the 90s. It was advertised on TV. It was like it was cool and it was fine. And why would they put it on the grocery store shelves if it was poisoning us? Well, now I know. I know. It's because they wanted to poison us. Yes. Too many rabbit holes, okay? So what can you do now that I've given you the information and you know that everything out there is basically junk unless it's organic fruits, vegetables, or grass-fed meat? What can you do? You still can get some sunshine on days where even there's like a glimmer of sun outside. Go sit in it with some skin exposed. If it's freezing cold, that might only be your face and your hands, or maybe a little bit of like your neck and your chest, but absorb some sunshine, preferably like before noon or like in the afternoon, like not at 12 noon, okay, best time of day is earlier. Get some sunshine. Go out for a walk and get some fresh air at the same time. That would be a double whammy. Okay. Fresh air, sunshine, movement, triple threat actually. Even if it's only 15, 20 minutes. Longer would be better, but 15, 20 minutes, amazing. You just did something phenomenal for your health if you do that daily. What else can you do? Just be aware of how much sugar you're actually consuming so that you can have less. Okay, that's the very first baby step. Be aware of how much you're consuming and then work on having less. If normally you have a handful of something, next time just grab a couple of whatever your weakness is, okay? Just work on cutting it back. And at the same time, have like, you have to have those peanut M&Ms, have two, but then have a bowl full of berries to go with it. Because guess what? You're going to feel full from all the fiber in that fruit at the same time, but still feel satisfied like you had that chocolate that you needed. Or find a cleaner ingredient chocolate. Okay. What else can you do? If you want my arsenal of immune boosting supplements, there are so many things that I have myself and my family consume that help boost your own body's immunity. If you want my arsenal of stuff, message me wherever you're listening to this at, or email me. I'll drop my website at the end, or we can work one-on-one. I love helping people find their best health that works for them based on your previous health history and what your current and future goals are. I love gut health coaching. It's so fun, so freaking fun. Get outside, sunshine, exercise, cut the sugar, add in things that boost your immunity, which means boosting your gut health. Things like, number one thing that's so easy is consume more leafy greens. You add in more veggies, those have lots of fiber, and fiber is basically what they call a prebiotic, which means it's food for your good gut bacteria. And the more good bacteria you have in your gut, the better your immune system functions. Another way that works really well too is to take an actual probiotic supplement. And you guys, I have a few of my favorites of those too. Again, reach out to me because I can send you an easy link with a discount code so you can check it out and see if you are ready to add in some real freaking amazing probiotics and gut immunity boosting items. These are the things I swear by, you guys, and I've been using them for a long, long time. And then sleep. You guys get some good rest. If you're not prioritizing your sleep, then the rest of your health is thrown out of whack too. And it's also really bad for your immune system. And then watch the alcohol consumption, because alcohol ruins your immune system. It damages it as well. And that means like excess consumption. If you're having the recommended like one glass of wine or one cocktail or one beer, then that's, not excess. But depending on how your immune system is functioning, if it's being hindered, then that alcohol consumption is adding to, it not working correctly. So those are just a few tips. There's going to be a lot more things you can work on besides that, but those are some few basic ones that are really impactful. And then just be aware, sugar poisoning season lasts October, end of October. So let's say, because Halloween is October 31st. So let's say all of November, pretty much all of December. New Year's kicks off and drags into February. So let's say there's about 4 months coming up where we have less sunshine, lots of holidays, lots of party, lots of sugar, and maybe some stress, because the holidays sometimes bring stress. Okay. All of those things are coming up to work against you, but you can boost your immune system by being aware and limiting the things that are going to hurt your immune system, and by reaching out to me to get the recommendations for all of the other arsenal of supplements that will help boost your immune system. I want you guys to be healthy and happy through the holidays. So just be aware that it's coming up, and be aware of the things you can do to keep yourself happy and healthy through the holiday season. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. You can find me on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. Website to reach out to me also, www.balancedaylife, BALANCEDAYLIFE, balancedaylife.com. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, I'm also at Balanced Day Life, and you can message me over there so I can send you some links for stuff. And let's get us all healthy as possible, us and our families, so we can enjoy all of the upcoming holidays and not be victims of that sugar poisoning that's coming up. All right, have a good one.